Coach?
Just, it's hard to express really all the feelings that you have and emotions that you have when you put so much into a team game with great people at a university you care about, kids that you care about, and you go through the disappointments. This team could have easily gone a lot of different directions after the heartbreaking Arkansas loss, and we found ourselves deciding to get better and to end the year winning the Magnolia Bowl, the Egg Bowl, and now the Sugar Bowl, which was a bucket list item for me. It's really surreal, and just happy for these guys, of course, but it's guys that are not up here like C.J. Johnson and Aaron Morris and Channing Ward and Justin Bell, Woody Hamilton that, man, before we arrived, they went through some very difficult, disappointing times, and to be able to send those seniors out winning on that stage is very rewarding.
Questions for Ole Miss? If you'll raise your hand, we'll get a mic over to you. We'll start here on the right side, second row.
Hugh, can you talk about that call right before half, Laramie's touchdown? What went into it and why then?
Well, I had a good feel for what they would be in, and knew that if we could just get them in double-edged pressure man, that he would be unaccounted for, and it's something we've worked for a couple of years. Smart thing to do there is probably kick the field goal. If we'd have clocked it, we'd have had plenty of time to do both. But I don't know. You study film and you play the percentages, and felt comfortable with the lead we had at that moment, and really thought that could be somewhat of a dagger to end the first half. And really, I have a gut feeling every now and then, but there was obviously some planning that went into it, that you kind of knew what they did when it got down there, and that's a tough play to stop if you can execute it, because there's nobody to guard him if you're in man.
Other questions? We'll come to the left side on the aisle. There's a mic for you.
Laquan, how did their defense compare to an Alabama or Florida type caliber?
Well, most importantly, they got a great defense, and I think we just executed better and played at a high intensity, jumped on them early, and the pieces fell our way. We caused a couple turnovers and made plays for them, and we made it pay for it.
Right side on the right aisle. Go ahead.
Coach Freeze, growing up in Mississippi, you talked a lot about hearing about the stories of Archie leading Ole Miss to a Sugar Bowl championship. How does it feel now to kind of have etched your part in that Sugar Bowl history for Ole Miss?
Yeah, I've got to. I don't know that it's totally sunk in yet. I know that when I reflect on this tomorrow, I'm probably going to have some emotions. I seem to cry more the older I get. I'll probably cry a little bit with my wife and kids, because it's just being raised in this state and knowing what the Sugar Bowl meant to the SEC, and to be able to come and win the first Champions Bowl between the SEC and the Big 12 is a big deal. I mean, this team just won the three most important games, arguably on our schedule, right in a row, and did it in convincing fashion. And so I think I don't even know if you guys know, but Laquan broke the record tonight, for single season receiving touchdowns, and Chad has broken a lot of records. So there's a lot of great things, but man, I'm doing an awful job really putting into words what it means. I told our team beforehand, and I really mean this, one of the reasons I wanted to win so bad is I know that there were people that pull for Ole Miss, that support us, that probably worked a 10-hour shift yesterday driving a truck, making $15 an hour to be able to drive here and watch us play, because it's not a cheap ticket or a cheap event. And from Iuka to Collins to Independence to all those small towns in between, all of those 70, I don't know how many thousand people were there, but whatever rebels were there, I know that there are people in that sacrificed greatly to come and support us, and man, that's a big deal to me.
We'll take one on the left. If we could, let's any questions for the players? Maybe we could direct a few to their way. Go ahead, though, on the aisle.
This question is to Chad Kelly.
Thank you. Yeah.
This, to Chad, how important was it for you, and how gratifying is it to you to win both the game and also the MVP of this game?
I think it's big, but I think the biggest thing is that we all came together and played really, really well today. And coming into this game, we knew that we were going to face a tough defense, and we knew we had to be on our P's and Q's. And we went out and executed, and our coaches put us in the right situation. So knowing that we came into this game having to execute each drive, I mean, that's huge, and we did that.
Front row here on the right. Go ahead, and then maybe we can head toward the players. Go ahead.
After that loss at Memphis, you said something was missing. Players came out and said that, questioned teammates' hearts, effort, want to. What changed in the second half of the year to finish the way that y'all did?
I don't know that it was ever a lack of heart. I think we lost some key components in Isaac Gross and Tony Connor that took us some time defensively to kind of get situated, but we obviously did not carry the same swagger into that game that we did in others, and that falls on me and our staff. And we just renewed our commitment to take a stand every week and stay true to who you are in difficult times, and the kids responded. Thank God.
Left side, fourth row.
Chad, after the interception on your second throw, how were you able to put that behind you, and what were your emotions after that, and going back in and putting that behind you and keeping the offense moving?
Well, being a quarterback, you can't worry about the last play. And Coach always preaches about each play has its own life. And we knew we seen the look that we liked, and we took a chance. And he might have got caught up or held or whatever, but we knew that we got to keep taking our shots and couldn't back down. And that's what we kept on doing, kept on fighting, and the guys came out and executed.
Let's stay on the left side, and then we'll come up front.
This is for Chad and Laquan. Laquan first, when you heard the, one more year chance, what's going through your head? And then Chad, when you heard it too, I mean, you said it on the stage too, man. Like, what's going through y'all's head when you hear all that?
It was amazing. Rebel Nation has always supported us and been there through the tough times. And, me being injured a year ago and coming back and getting a one more year chance, it was all a blessing. So it was huge. So I really don't know how to explain it. I probably haven't grasped it yet, but it was really big.
I see the tears in his eyes, if y'all care. But man, having this guy on my team is a blessing, and he's not only a hard worker, but he's a big time leader on this team. And to have him for another year would be definitely huge. But I mean, he's just a great overall player, and when it's time, it's time. But I'm glad he was able to be on my team this year and bounce back from an injury and set a school record.
Front row, right side. Go ahead.
Hugh, the offense performed well, but the defense, I think 20 points against a team that was 9th in the country in scoring. What allowed the defense to kind of click and do so well against a really good offense?
Yeah, I think Dave and his staff, when they have time to really plan, do a really good job. Our kids were very motivated to play with an edge defensively, and they'd heard all the negativity that they've gone through at certain times this year, and we had a good plan, and our kids played really, really hard. I thought we got a little winded. We were so thin on the defensive front that resulted in some of the other scores, but I mean, they're a very good offense, and I couldn't be more pleased with the way our defense played.
Left side. Left aisle. Go ahead.
Laquan, when you came in, your whole class, y'all talked about completely changing the culture. And, from Evan and Laramie all in the locker room said that Ole Miss is here to stay. Y'all have accomplished what y'all wanted to, and that's to make Ole Miss a national brand, one of the best teams in the country year in and year out. Do you kind of feel the same way?
Absolutely. With guys coming in like Chad Kelly, Fawn Cooper, year after year, you're getting top guys that's been through something or just want to come in and make a difference somewhere else besides the top schools already. And, coming here is the place to be. And, we welcome anyone. And I think we're a building family. And, it's more than football here. Outside of the field, we're bonding, we're sharing life experiences, we're growing together. So I think that helped with the success on the field. Just welcoming every player that comes and just playing together, fighting hard, and when guys go down, somebody else stepping up and make a play, and it's just been a great journey to be a part of.
Right side, front row, go ahead.
For Chad and Laquan, what was the pulse of y'all's preparation, in the weeks leading up? I mean, did y'all sense a performance like this coming?
I think so. From the first bowl practice and first bowl workout, we had a mindset that we wanted to win this game. We came here as a business trip and not just to have fun in New Orleans. I mean, those guys wanted to win just as bad as the top guy down to the bottom. And it starts with our coaches bringing intensity every day in practice and our strength coaches getting us prepared. And we're just so thankful to be in this position and being in such a prestigious bowl. We knew we wanted to come out with a big win.
And to add on what Chad said, it all started with Coach Freeze, honestly. He got on us day one and let us know that it was going to be different this year. He was going to hold us accountable and make sure that everybody was ready to play come Friday. And, it showed tonight. And, he's able to celebrate it and enjoy it with his family. So it's a big one for the program, and I'm thankful that he did that.
Left side, left aisle, and then we'll take one more after this one, if there is one.
This is for Hugh. Hugh, when you look to 2016, I know it's right after the Sugar Bowl, but when you look at the core in place, do you see it as another team that can contend for a playoff spot, contend for a championship?
Well, I mean, we have high expectations for ourselves, and we're going to continue. The Ole Miss brand now is probably strong as it's ever been. We think we have an environment that's very attractive to a lot of certain type of people that are wanting to do something new and fresh at a different place than maybe what has been done before. And you got to continue to recruit at a high level, and I see no reason why we shouldn't stay relevant in the Southeastern Conference. Now, what that means from year to year, you never know, because it's such a grinder. But I'm excited. I think I think this is a new normal.
Is there one more question? We'll take it here on the front row, left side.
Chad, are you aware that you passed Tim Tebow and Cam Newton and Dak Prescott tonight, and you now have the third most total yards in a season for the SEC?
I guess I do now.
Okay, congratulations.
Okay,
because of the play
thank
call.
you guys. Thank you guys. Congratulations.